What's up, guys? This is Stevan Micic, and I'm back with an awesome video today. I'm talking about Fargo, the toughest national tournament in the country for high school wrestlers, guys. This is the tournament that puts you on the map. This is the tournament that allows colleges to look at you and really distinguishes you if you're going to be someone who's going to make it next level. So I'm going to get into talk about why this is such a great tournament and some tips and tricks for you to succeed at wrestling in Fargo, or for anyone who's inspired to go and wrestle at the next level, why this tournament is so important to you. So before we get into it, guys, make sure to like this video, turn notification bells on, and make sure to subscribe. Sorry, guys, I've taken a little bit of a break from my YouTube. I've been really focusing on a lot of more short-form content, and also my brand, ONEV, that we've started. We just had the intro waves drop. If you guys are interested in checking that out, make sure to go to our website, www.onev.world. The link's in the description. All right, so let's get into it. So Fargo is a national championship tournament for high school wrestlers for the U16 and the U18 age division in freestyle, women's freestyle, and in Greco-Roman wrestling. That takes place every summer in Fargo, North Dakota, in the Fargo Dome. This brings back memories to me because this is a tournament that I competed in as a high school kid, and this is something that was on my bucket list of tournaments to win as a high school wrestler. This was something that I, was on the trajectory of stones that you want to make sure to hit, and I did. I ended up winning Fargo my freshman year at Cadet 98 pounds. I didn't wrestle at any national tournaments before this. I always really only wrestled freestyle competitions when I did in high school when I got there. This tournament really changed my life. This is the tournament that got me ranked in the country nationally because no one knew who I was before that, and winning Fargo also allowed many college coaches to know who I was and followed me, watching me end up winning state titles and making world teams, and ended up getting recruited by so many different colleges such as Michigan, where I went to school. So guys, Fargo is important because there's so many kids going. Each state literally has their own team that they send and compete in. So it's really cool. It creates a lot of camaraderie where you're going to this national tournament with many of your teammates are all from the same state as you. You have a team camp. You have to prepare for it in the summertime, and a lot of kids even have to fundraise for it because it's not a cheap thing to do. You get really cool gear. You go and compete, and it's awesome, guys. But let me tell you why it's worth it, because like I said, not only are you getting recruited by some of the best, but you're also competing against some of the best wrestlers in the country. This is where you're getting exposed, and by beating really good wrestlers and going ahead and winning or All-Americaning in this national championship, Fargo really is just an awesome competition to be in and compete in. And with this tournament, there's literally 30 mats. So guys, being able to wrestle at Fargo, it gives you exposure to high-level competition. So after you compete in Fargo, I highly recommend for you, those of you who haven't competed in it yet, or are just watching this and are not there this year, to go next year, because a lot of you go to this tournament, you see what it's all about, you get that feel of wrestling at the next level, and then you go back to your state, and you go back to your high school, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to wrestle this season. Because I spent time in the off-season and competing at such a large tournament, the state tournament doesn't feel so big anymore. It really takes the pressure off and makes you kind of see wrestling at a larger scale, and kind of just doesn't make you feel like the state tournament and these local tournaments near you are everything, because Fargo really is the biggest of the biggest. So that's, in my opinion, what's big. Now, here's some tips I'm going to give you guys for how to manage Fargo for those of you who go, because I think it can be overwhelming, just like any other, even though it has 100 kids in a bracket and has some nationally ranked kids in the tournament. It is just like another tournament. There's a lot of kids coming from all over every state, and it's a great competition to get a lot of matches in. So I don't think it's something that you need to really get too stressed about going and trying your best. Focus on what you work on every day, why you're doing it in the preseason, and the postseason in the summertime, and getting that extra workouts in, and preparing you to go win, because you're making all these adjustments after your state tournament, and you're trying to readjust. You have to qualify at your freestyle state tournament or your Greco state tournament, and then go. I think, keeping it simple, remember why you're going and why you're there, and just stay locked in on the intangibles, like, things that aren't going to change, what your technique, your positioning, your strength, and just going out and trying your very best. The next thing that I think is really, really important, with that all being said, having a good warm-up routine. A routine at Fargo is important because it can be distracting going over there. There's a lot of kids. They've got a cafeteria. They've got all these different things that you're away from your main coaches and your parents. A tournament that you're not used to being away from. Usually you're near people when you're in high school that are always in your corner. But here you're sent away on a bus with your team, and you don't get that same connection. So for this tournament, guys, you have to make sure you're locked in with a good routine to be warmed up. Good weight cut routine. Making sure you're fueling your body right. Putting the right foods in your body. Making sure you have a space to warm up. Your training partner, somebody around your weight class that's going to compete at the same time as you. And then on top of it, even if you can get away from the venue for a little bit, take a break, don't have to stay and watch all the wrestling during it. Listen to some music or just something that you know that is going to keep you dialed in and locked in, and not get distracted by all the kids and all the fun, because it can be fun going to Fargo, and I do think it is really fun. But making sure winning is the first priority and wrestling your very best is the first priority. My last point, guys, this is your time to shine. This is when the lights are on you. You got to take advantage of it. This time, Fargo only comes once a year, just like the state tournament, and everyone's watching. College coaches are watching. Flow Wrestling, all of these Intermat, all of the ranked people are watching you. And I know I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, but I'm just trying to tell you guys to seize the moment when you have the opportunity. Don't put pressure on yourself, but as soon as you step on the mat, it's game time, it's go time. The light switch turns on, and you're locked and loaded and ready to go, guys. So that's my advice for you guys. At the end of it, just have fun. These are great experiences. I had a lot of friends, and met a lot of people across the country at these tournaments. Had a lot of fun, getting to wrestle, getting to experience a lot of high-level national competition and something so amazing like Fargo. I'm really happy. I think USA Wrestling kills this event, and I think it's something that's going to keep wrestling in the USA keep getting better and better and better. So let me know what you guys think of the video. Comment below what you guys think about Fargo. Make sure to subscribe and like the video, guys. I'm out of here. World champs and everything we do, baby. Let's go.